Well, after the Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau claimed that officials were looking into credible allegations tying New Delhi's agents to the death of Sikh separatist leader Hardeep Singh Nijjar, trade negotiations between the two countries took a blow and tensions rose. Now, on Tuesday, New Delhi called the accusations absurd and demanded that Canada take action against anti-India groups inside its borders. Just 3 months after both countries declared they wanted to clinch a first accord this year, Canada said this month that it has halted discussions on the planned treaty with India. According to the Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement, Canadian GDP is expected to increase by $3.8 billion to $5.9 billion by 2035 as a result of increased trade with India. In 2022, the value of goods traded between India and Canada reached $8 billion. Canadian farmers have profited from India's rising demand for imported lentils, while Indian pharmaceuticals and software firms have grown their presence in Canada. More than $3.6 billion have been invested by Canadians in India's economy since the year 2000, and billions more have been invested by Canadian portfolio investors in the country's stock and debt markets. The Canadian Pension Fund, or CPP, has invested over $15 billion across a variety of sectors in the Indian market. The CPP has huge investments in India, including in Delivery, ICICI Bank, Indus Towers, formerly known as Bharti Infratel, Paytm, Wipro and Zomato. The CPP has various stakes in other unlisted Indian enterprises as well. There are over 600 Canadian firms present in India, while over 30 Indian firms have invested billions in Canada. Since 2018, students from India have gone to Canada at a higher rate than any other country. According to the Canadian Bureau of International Education, their numbers increased by 47% in 2022, reaching approximately 320,000. It represents around 40% of all international students, and it allows Canadian institutions and colleges to provide subsidized education to domestic students. Now, there are hundreds of families in the northern Indian state of Punjab, which has a Sikh majority, and many of them have relatives in Canada who send millions of dollars back home every year. The rising tensions are likely to impact trade and investment ties as well. Meanwhile, UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, spokesperson, said, despite Canadian accusations that the Indian government was complicit in the death of a Sikh separatist leader on its soil, Britain will continue trade discussions with India. The official said Britain had spoken with Canada about the serious allegations, but added that the matter would not affect trade negotiations with India.